or a membership at Pip Moyer and the pool for the summer.
Yes, that's true.
And-
You cut
And
out.
I don't think anybody that offer yet except for myself.
I think it's the appropriate thing.
Are you still there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let me turn up my volume a little bit here too. And one question, Chris said that Don Moyer is called in on that other line, that they both called in, and it's only the two of them on it. Is there a way that the audio is merged into this as well?
I'm not sure what you mean by the other line. Is there there's no,
They
so this is the only Zoom meeting for this board tonight?
well, that's right. It's the Zoom meeting, but can you call in? They're on the invite that Michelle sent out, that you all sent out, and Michelle sent another copy to me today, and I forwarded it on to Chris. There's a line that said, if you want to just do this on an audio basis, this is the number to call in at.
Right. They'll still show up in my attendees if they do that. And right now,
And they haven't shown up yet.
I just admitted Christina again,
Fully. Okay,
but I don't see Dawn at the moment. I'll add her if that changes.
okay, that's fine. But anyway, to get back to this, I really would encourage anybody who's on the board, and I'll send out a memo about this, that they just have to go in and check in with, who should they check in with? Archie, you?
They should check in with me. Yes, that's true.
Yeah. So just check in with Archie, and then from there, he can, he'll take it from there.
Yes.
And the second thing is, I speak with Brian Callahan in regards to pickleball lighting. And he felt that the pickleball people, John O'Leary specifically, contribute 50% of the cost of putting lights in. And since we have some money right now, which we're going to be able to get a hold of for the Friends of the Pip Moyer Rec Center, or Recs and Parks, we should be able to go ahead and look into getting those lights. And Brian felt that he's been looking at a number of quotes that we can get LED lights, which do the same thing without having to spend an enormous amount of money, which I thought was pretty good to hear. So, but that's something we can talk with Brian about and see where he wants to go with that.
Yes, Greg, and keep in mind, we also, I think it's important for us to bring in PW, Public Works, and get an engineer assigned to the project, so that we can get, some technical advice and an oversight from their department, because eventually that's the protocol. So I think it would it would be good to do that up front.
No question about it. The internal administrative flow of everything. So without a doubt, I think we ought to get them involved as soon as possible.
Yes.
Okay. And those are the only 2 points I wanted to bring up in my discussion. I'll turn it over to Archie if you'd like to give us a director's report.
Well, I have some points. We've received $700,000 from the state of Maryland for Truxton Park projects. 2 projects off the top will be a new headquarters for the Parks Division. And then the other project will be a garage for all of the Parks Division equipment. Then the other project will be the skateboard park, the renovation of the skateboard park. We're in the middle of the budget right now, so that's taking most of our time. I think the Recreation Department is going to be in a position to make a real robust presentation to the City Finance Committee, subsequently the City Council and the Mayor, for a budget that I think will serve us well for the FY23 fiscal budget. The redirection of the Spar Creek Trail project is beginning. The redirection will be an effort to create a new trail direction, if you will, so that so it can be a much safer, a much more easier trail to manage. So that's going to begin as well. There's going to be about $126,000 directed towards a feasibility study for the operations building at the Waterworks Park. That's good news because that can get us started into really trying to program Waterworks Park. Those of you who are familiar with it, it's just a wonderful and natural environment, natural habitat, and such a great way to relax and get it back into nature. And ultimately, one of my goals is, as a lot of people know, is to create a environmental education center at Waterworks Park. We have 2 positions that are opening at the Annapolis Recreation and Parks Department, and one is the Division Chief for Recreation Programming, and the other is a community health and aquatic supervisor. So we're in the midst of going over applications and resumes for those two interviews. And so next week we'll start. April the 2nd. Correct me if I'm wrong, Michelle. April the 2nd at 10 o'clock, we will present the Annapolis Recreation and Parks open public forum at the Pip Moyer Center. It will be an event that will have a PowerPoint presentation from the Recreation and Park staff and a question and answer period after the presentation, and subsequently an open house for the public. This is a chance, and this is an opportunity for the public to get an understanding of what we do, how we do it, and why we do it. It's going to give them a chance to understand who we are as a department, both operationally and philosophically. And this is also going to give an opportunity for the public, to ask questions that they may have wanted to ask all the while, but now this is the opportunity face to face with that.
Well, that's what I got. I tried it too. I'm trying to do what you're trying to do, which was 458-752. Yeah, I've tried it too. We can't get in,
So that's my report. Any questions?
It looks like we lost Craig. Having technical difficulties this evening.
I will put him right back in when I see him pop up.
Thank you. Well, I enjoyed your presentation, Archie. Thank you.
Oh, okay, thank you. So So I assume that Gail Smith and Kitty are standing by.
They are.
I'm happy to add them if you want to proceed, but I don't see anyone else popping up in here yet.
Let's see if I can get Craig. Hold on. Well, the good news is with the COVID rates going down, you should be able to schedule an in-person meeting next month, which seems like it might work better.
Could you repeat that, Hillary?
I said, hopefully with the COVID rates going down, we can schedule you guys back to, I know this board had requested in-person meetings in the past, that they prefer to be in person. So hopefully next month they can do that. Seems like that might work.
Yeah, that's true. I think that virtual meetings do have advantages, and I think they are here to stay, and they will become the new normal.
Yes, I agree. I prefer them myself, but it seems like there's some technical issues for this group. So Craig said he's trying to rejoin, but his connection is unstable, so he hasn't been able to.
And if I can adapt, anybody should be able to.
So Josie, if you want to go ahead and take this meeting off of YouTube, but we've lost the chair, so I think we can
Okay.